Hello, everybody, and welcome to Episode Two of TBN Bracketology presented by BGM and myself. Some things have changed after last week. The bracketology has changed, per usual. Let's dive in. This is after week 10. The projected consolation bracket is changed from basically these teams have all flipped around, basically. And um, yeah, it's not great. One of them is gonna stay here. One of them is gonna stay down here. It's gonna be Oily on Joy. But Paul's at 7, Ashton's at 8, Eric's at 9, Berg's at 10, Keen at 11, and Kine at 12. So nothing really out of the ordinary, except I think teams 7 through 9 still have a really realistic chance, and we'll obviously get into it. But that's what it is. That's what it officially is. So this is the projected playoff bracket. I'm at 1, Who's at 2, Gita at 3, Kren at 4, Hutz at 5, and then Erks at 6. I mean, these guys are regulars. They've all been here. They all know what it's about. But, I mean, nothing really, again, out of the ordinary. This is just what it is after week 10. And it's electric as fuck. We got some stuff to talk about. So I've changed some true contenders around. Every team right here is 7-3 and has more or a 95% chance of making the playoffs. Like you gotta. The only way that one of these teams or all of these teams miss out on the playoffs is if they go 0-4 going forward, which is just utterly insane. But these are the teams that are really, staying true to their beliefs, and they want to fucking win some goddamn money at the end of the day. Like these are the teams that have proven week in and week out that they want to win. Their teams are coming alive at the right time per se. So it's pretty obvious for those that even care about the league. Like they know that these are the 4 top teams, but in the hunt has changed as well. I had to drop Erks because of his recent loss. I still believe he can win the money, but it's just going to be hard. Same thing with Hutz. He's also 6-4. Both of these teams are 6-4, Erks and Hutzel, and they both have 70. I think Hutz is 77% and Erks is 75. Like they're fine. Like both of them are already in the playoffs, obviously. But for the money and contending for the money, it's difficult. And then you got Ashton and Paul also in the hunt. Ashton has a 20% chance, and Paul has a 27% chance. So it's basically like a quarter. You got a quarter's chance essentially. And the path for these teams going forward is right here. They got to go at least 2-1 in divisional play when they play their division, and probably have to go 3-1 overall. They got to win this week, whoever they're playing, and can drop a divisional game, but it's not ideal. But they still got a chance, and they got to win 2. They got to win 2 divisional games if they really want a fighting chance at the playoffs. So it's interesting because you never know what can happen. It's fantasy football. Some team could literally explode. You never know. So I'm not worried about these teams, but I don't feel as great per se. But me and Paul's matchup this week will tell a lot of what the playoff picture is really gonna look like. So they can only dream. Keaton, Eric, Bergen. Each team here has a 14% chance or less of reaching the playoffs. It's looking grim. It's looking difficult. I'd say that if these teams want a chance at the fucking money, or even making the playoffs for that matter, they got to go 4-0. And it's going to be fucking tough because Eric plays in the toughest division. Me and Cran are in it, and we're both 7-3, and our teams are playing pretty well. Erks is in it. His team's fucking playing well. He has Jamar Chase and Rashee Rice. I mean, just those names alone are scary. I mean, Eric does have a great team. Eric's team is great. It's just like it's a tough task to play when you play three top six teams basically in a row, weeks 12 through 4. So you got to win this week, and you got to go fucking 3-0 essentially if you really want a good chance. I would say you can kind of go 3-1. You can drop a game, but it's just you're 4-6, so it's kind of gonna hurt you. I don't know. I think you can be okay if you do that, but it's gonna be hard. But these teams are 3-7. They got to go 4-0. You got to get back to 500 to really even have a chance, and then you got to have some other. You got to beat the players in your division. So Bergen, you play Hoos one more time. You play Hutz one more time. You play Ashton one more time. If you knock those guys off, cinema. Heaton, you play Paul one more time. You play Geet one more time. And then you play Kine. One of those should be a fucking freebie. I mean, you're bound to finish 4-11, 4-10 at absolute worst, I'd say. But you gotta go 4-0. You guys gotta go 4-0 if you really want a chance, which is why you can only dream. And then there's Kine. He has been officially eliminated from playoff contention. It's over. It's done. It's gone. So sorry, Kine, but there's always next year and every year after that. So this kid right here, this is very uncharacteristic. I'll say I'm not gonna glaze him so hard, but it's out of the ordinary for him to be eliminated this early and not a fight for the money. So all right, as you can see, I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to fill out these brackets manually because I fucking love you guys and I fucking love doing this shit. I'm a psycho. I'm a fantasy psycho about this shit. So, trying to pick out what color I want. I'm going to go with red for this one. For this because these guys are not winning any money if you're here. So, okay, the first matchup I'm going to go is Ashton and Paul as it stands right now. I'm probably going to have Hutz here instead of Paul. So we'll put an H there, or a T, and then a Z. I know this is going to look shitty. I don't really care. I didn't want to take the time to put all this fucking shit up here. I'm going to move Eric up here because I think he can get some wins. And I'm going to move Ashton down here, unfortunately. I think his season's over. Unfortunately. Holy shit, that's bad. Yeah, but you guys can deal with that. And then these two are going to stay down here. And Network is going to stay right there. So, Eric versus Hutz, the roommate bowl, the ex-roommate bowl. I'm gonna put Hutz here. Wow, I'm horrible at this. I'm so sorry, guys. And then from this game, Berg and Ashton. I'm gonna put Ashton here. I just think Paul is probably gonna make the playoffs, and Hutz is gonna fall out, and it's gonna be a shit show. So we'll see how that goes. And Berg's gonna go down here, obviously. Berg. Eric is going to be up here. But between Kine and Keaton, I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. I mean, I don't trust this fucking Kine team at all. It's gross. If I had to pick, if this is if I think it's going to go, I think this is pretty an accurate representation of how it's going to go. Keaton will move up here. I'm just going to do Keat. Sorry again for all this. I just didn't want to have to put pictures in. I know that's fucking gay, but whatever. So Hotspur's Ashton, if this is how it was, I'm going to put Ashton up here. I think he just misses out on the playoffs. He just had too many losses, so then Huts will go down here. I feel like Huts just doesn't even fucking. The second he's out of the playoffs, he just doesn't set his lineup. So just keep him down there. And then Eric and Keaton, I'm going to put Eric back up here. He deserves it. Eric's team's good enough to beat Keaton's all day, every day. And then Berg and Kine, it's Berg all day. It's not even close. Berg's team is, wow, that's a great looking R. And then Keaton falls back down here. And then Kine obviously loses again. So this is how I see it going forward. If the season ended right now and how I think it's gonna project. Again, shit can change, but between these two, I think Ashton will move on. So Ashton will be seventh. I think Eric obviously finishes eighth. And then Hudson Berg, I think Berg goes to 9. Hut's at 10. And then, oops, Jesus Christ. Then Keaton at 11. I think he beats Kine. Then Kine, unfortunately, goes to 12. I don't know if he's going to finish there, but this is how I see it. If the season ended today, that's how we're going off of this. If the season ended right now, and the way the teams are playing, this is how I think it would finish. But these teams aren't playing for money. I don't think teams would care. So how Eric Hutz, Ashton, Bergen, Kine, and then Keaton. Ashton at 7, Eric at 8, Hutz at 10, Bergen at 9, Keaton at 11, and then Kine at 12. That's what I got for the losers, the no monies, the pussies, the gay boys, the femboys, the Caleb Williams. Okay. This is where it gets fun. This is where it gets interesting. This is how I see it. I think this one's going to be Hoos up here. Wow, that's an ugly color. Holy shit. I wish. Can I undo that? Please, God. We're just going to have to go back to red again. Hoos. And then myself. And the bye. And then Geet will stay right there. Paul's going to be his opponent. And then Erks and Krenna will stay where they're at. And this is how I see it ended up going. I think me and Hoos will flip. I think I lose this week to Paul, which propels him into the playoffs. I think Geet can beat Krenna, so the division doesn't change at all. We'll all be 7-4, and then some miracles will happen in the division. I don't know. Krenna could very well be the 2 seed, which is insane. But this is just how I see it as of today. So obviously, Hoos moves forward because of the bye. Obviously, I'll move forward. This is the bye. Okay. Paul versus Geet. The way the teams have been playing as of late, man, it's kind of tough to see. Paul's team has been fucking hotter than ever. It's unbelievable what this program's been doing. But I said it in the um, recap video. This Geet team is just—he sold his soul to the fucking devil. I mean, it's pretty disgusting what he's doing over there. And Paul, I'm sorry, I love you, but it, it sucks what he's doing to you. And then Krenna taking on Erks, a bloodbath. This will be an absolute bloodbath of a game, but I really, really think Krenna can do it. His team is it's built for tough, per se. It's absolutely, there's no holes, I would really say. I mean, there's not really like a true star player besides, I guess, Saquon, I guess, and with the new acquisition of T. Higgins. And then Erk's team has Jamar and Rashee Rice, but he just has a bunch of holes everywhere else. And I don't know. That game is literally a coin flip, but I think the way Krana's team has been playing, I mean, I gotta give it to Krana. So then, who's versus Krana? Geet versus myself. Geet versus myself. I'm going Geet. I don't trust my team. I really don't. I never really have after this last week. It's just, if Jonathan Taylor's not in my lineup, I'm not winning. So while it's ugly, I'll fix it. But who's taking on Krana? It's who's. No one's surprised. Nothing changes here. No one is really like, oh my god, how is he fucking picking Geet and Hoos? Their teams are just unbelievable. It's freaking ridiculous how both of these teams are just, one guy is literally psycho enough that he's picking up players at 6 in the morning and dropping players at 1 in the morning. And then Geet just auto drafted the greatest team and then traded for Josh Allen and has Devon Achane and Bijan, and just his receivers absolutely have sucked all year, and he's just a dog, a fucking force to society. And I really do think both of these teams will be playing in the championship, and I mean, there's no one can complain about it besides everyone. It's terrible, but it's just probably what it's going to happen. And then not featured is Krana and myself for third and fourth. I think Krana will win that. I'll miss out on the money, get the money back. And then not mentioned is Paul and Erks, and I think Erks will beat Paul for that. So it would be um, Paul at 6, Krana or Erks at 5, myself at 4, Krana at 3, and then the championship match. It's Hoos. It always was Hoos. Hoos is a fucking psychopath. Hoos is a champion. Hoos will be the champion. I'm signing the check over. It's so frustrating, but at the same time, it's bound to happen. This team is unbelievable. He's a worthy guy. He left the league last year. He was in it the first year, and he came in and punched everybody in the fucking mouth. And congrats to you, Hoos. This is how I see it. And this is TBN. Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and good night.